how's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Renovare with us, and they could say their names and what they do in the band.
I'm Nikki, and I'm the vocalist.
I'm Dave, I play bass.
I'm Frank, I play guitar.
And I'm John, I play drums.
There we go. Well, John is a resident veteran of Audio Addiction, so it's good to have John back. But we're obviously talking about Renovare. So how did you guys start out? How did you get your members? And we're missing Aaron. You know, we're gonna call out Aaron throughout this entire interview. So Aaron, listen, you made it. You made the choice to go to a mountain somewhere. So I don't know which mountain, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So there'll be plenty of memes for Aaron. So anyway, how did you guys start out, and how did you guys come together?
Frank, you want to take that one?
You want me to answer that one?
You started it.
You started it.
Yeah. You started the band.
I guess, yeah. The concept kind of formed in my head like 6 or 7 years ago at this point, and it only really materialized, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Me and John talked about it a while ago when we were in Stargazer, and then later on I was so far away that I was trying to go with other routes and it didn't work out, and I just talked to John again, and it, you know, all the pieces kind of fell into place around 2016.
There we go.
So we wanted to get that like progressive metalcore sound, like gent sound, with good high-pitched, clean singing. We're like, yo, how are we gonna find a guy that sounds like a girl to do our gent band? We're like, let's just get a girl to sing the part, and then it'll work out. Then shortly after, we discovered Nikki's amazing voice. Somehow convinced her to join the band. And then later on, I recruited Aaron to play guitar, and then Frank recruited Dave to play bass, and then the rest is history.
And Dave and Nikki, if you want to give your perspective on the story, how did you guys, I mean, obviously John kind of found out about you guys, but how did you feel? Were you guys in bands prior? Because I know John was in Stargazer, as I mentioned, off camera, but, you know, how did you kind of be like, you know what, I want to be in this band? Or were you maybe in a band prior and you're just like, you know what, I want to try this project instead?
So me and John were in Stargazer for probably a year and a half, 2 years together.
Okay.
And when we were in Stargazer, Dave was at El Tri-C, and we did like a radio interview at El Tri-C with him and another friend of ours, and we played on the radio on air. So that's how we met David. We met Aaron through a bunch of shows, and Nikki was a promoter in the scene, so it kind of worked out, us being in Stargazer for the amount of time that we were meeting the people that we did.
I was going to say, I booked a whole bunch of shows. I booked Stargazer, and I think we came to the conclusion basically that almost all of the bands that the guys were in, except for meeting David through Renovare, I'd actually like either worked one of their shows, been to one of their shows before, because I'm an old lady. That's what
He sold me pizza. He sold me pizza once, years ago. At a show.
So yeah, I've been booking shows for forever, and like I'd been in bands previously. I kind of gave up on like my own musical thing, and then I did a like really silly, like almost karaoke style singing contest thing, and Frank showed up, and I was like, what? Why? and I found out it was because they were looking for a vocalist. So I was like, that makes a lot more sense. So yeah, that's how and then, I mean, Frank's like my best friend, and like, he's the bomb, and then he introduced me to David, who's like, we all kind of play our own characters in the band. Like, Frank's the Viking guitar wizard, and David's the boy next door, and John's the scientist, Aaron's the baby, so, and I'm that dude. I'm that dude that they were looking for to do vocals.
Dude likes.
I just love the fact that it was like, yeah, we were either gonna get a guy with just like no balls on him, or we're gonna get a woman to do it.
So
well, that was kind of the whole concept. That was kind of the whole concept of the band, was that dudes are out there trying to sing in this range that they kind of have no business singing in. The vast majority of them, you know what I mean? That we knew that it worked when there was a comment on something that said this dude sings really well or something like that.
Yeah, he's got pipes.
Yeah, this dude's got pipes. That's
what they said, Stargazer shared our single when it first came out, and some dude commented on it and was like, yo, this dude's got pipes. And he's like, yo, that dude's Nikki. So on a joke, because another band commented it on one of our things, and they were like, we can't wait to meet you dudes. And I was like, we can't wait to meet you either, but you're probably going to be a little surprised, maybe. Just a little bit. Um, so
Dudes
from
and
that moment
dudettes.
on, I've been a dude. And like the very first show that we played, it gets even better because the very first show we played, we played with fill-ins. It was John and Frank and myself. But then we had Eric from Stargazer previously and Johnny from Stargazer previously. So basically, I realized like mid everything, and all of our friends were there. I was like, well, hey, you guys, my name's Matt. This is Stargazer. I'm gonna play with you for you guys tonight, and it was the dumbest thing ever. So there's just an ongoing joke now that I'll just be that dude forever, and I'm fine with that. I've accepted it.
Well, you're Matt now, so you know, you're not Nikki anymore. You're now Matt. So, Matt, it's good having you back, Matt. It's been a while. You look a little different. You know, I don't know what happened, but good for you. Good on you for changing your life. You know, you look a little different, but I'm glad. You know, life's gone on to greener pastures for you.
I love him so much.
but I checked out Renovare, and I was just like, I can imagine, like, when you were saying that, I was like, I can imagine people commenting and be like, "Wow, dude, sick pipes," and I was like, because I've seen comments like that on videos, and it just kind of like it kind of like low key is funny, but also at the same time it's like that hurts because like I know like women front men kill it and it's great, but like I would feel like some sort of like a little bit of pain because I would be like, shit, like this is like clearly a woman singing. So like
I actually kind of prefer it because it's way better than people like either calling us female fronted, so that's why we sarcastically say that we're male backed progressive metal. I'm readdressing the balance here.
There you go, great.
Like if I'm being super honest,
Like
you what?
also, we sound like Paramore.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you sound like Paramore. Yeah.
We sound like the Skeletons. So clearly we're a female fronted band.
I knew it.
Like this is the thing that cracks me up. In the style that we're playing, this is not to downplay anything that I've done in the band. I am very much the very least important part. Like you can listen to this instrumentally and it's totally fine. Like so for them to like try to like force a focus on me, meanwhile I'm like, have you seen these dudes? Like, no, it ain't me, fam. Like, it's not.
we gotta give you a little bit of credit, John. You know, just a little bit. It's a smidge. You know, John. I feel like you're really killing it as a female vocalist. So I just wanted to let you know that. I'm so sorry, John. I feel like I'm gonna tell John. He's gonna be like, Matt and John, it's great. But anyway, the next question, guys, obviously for people checking out the band and have maybe never heard of you, what would be one Renovare track that you would recommend to them as new listeners?
Yeah, Nikki.
I feel like you can do
It's a good
it.
question because none of our music is out yet except for our one single. So
That's
you could say a new one. You know.
sure.
Yeah. I don't know, what do you think, John?
My favorite is Promise Culture because that's like the most developed song. I feel like that's the direction we're heading. So to get a good feel for like what the future is going to be like too, not just for what the band currently sounds like.
The EP
Promise
that's coming.
Culture.
We're putting out another song. We've posted like teasers for it, so we might as well say it at this point. We're putting out another song on the 4th, and that's going to be the announcement for the rest of the songs as well. And that song is Promise Culture, and Promise Culture is my favorite, not just because I think it's like a really good representation of like what we're trying to do, but the subject matter is, I think, very, very important and something that I feel super passionately about. And I think that's something we've strived for in all of the songs, is to be very emotionally honest and, you know, direct about the things that we're going through or that we've done. So that one is that one's my favorite. I'm super biased though, about that one being my favorite because the other ones make me anxious and that one makes me mad. So
Dave?
I would say Promise Culture, just because like John was saying, it's probably the most fleshed out. I think it's best representation of like what we're trying to do. Initially I had gone to another track that's a little bit heavier and has a friend of ours on it, but biased because it's riffy and screaming. Yeah, so we got our friend Quay from Forza to do vocals on a song called Desolation. It's pretty riffy, kind of just jumps right into it, kind of smacks you in the face immediately. I like that, but I think Promise Culture is probably the track to go to if you're trying to just get a feel for like what we're about musically.
There we go. Quay, shout outs to Quay. Yeah, so Forster was on here, so gotta give him the love. Gotta give the boys some love. So Forster's great. Go check him out.
We're married.
What'd you say, Nikki?
We're married to that band. Like this band is married to Forster.
Can we expect a split? Is that what that's what you know, if I'm reading into it a little bit, you know.
I'm expecting like we're gonna live together someday. We hold hands.
Big band man.
You're gonna have a joint house together. Oh, that's adorable. Do they know that? Because now you gotta tell them. You know, we're on the internet now, so you can tell them. Listen, I'm gonna marry you guys. Wow, this is a first for the channel. I've never had a marriage proposal on here. Shouts to you guys. Congratulations. Congratulations as a Forster Renovare. Best of luck to you guys. And you know, wealth of happiness to you guys. But anyway, next question, guys. The big one. Obviously, who are you influenced by? Who do you draw from?
Frank.
Well, the obvious one is the Contortionist. And here's the funny thing: we get compared to Tesseract every single show.
Oof. And
I didn't even really listen to Tesseract until after we wrote all of the songs. And then I was like listening through full album, like, oh, okay, now I see it.
I'll take the blame for the credit.
That's why this band exists, because I could never get past the vocals, because they always sounded like they were trying to sound like a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though they weren't. You know what I mean? And huh?
That's what I'm doing.
Trying to sound like a woman. Yeah, exactly.
Matt. What about the rest of you guys? John, Dave?
Yeah, I'll take the blame, though, for the Tesseract feedback, because they are a huge influence of mine, for sure. I'll lay down grooves like that. Jay Posttones is one of my favorite drummers, so yeah.
I feel like I'm all over the place. When these guys picked me up, I had like a soul kind of band based out of like Bethlehem, so I'm all over. I actually had to like learn whole new techniques for this band and stuff like that. So I mean, I've always been a Contortionist fan. I met Frank doing a metal show. I've always been into the heavy stuff, but as far as my playing goes, I feel like it's been pretty recent that I've been like kind of delving into like these styles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nikki?
The stuff that I listened to before this band was not anything like we play. Like, I've always loved the Contortionist. I've always loved Tesseract. I've always loved Periphery. But they weren't, like, the biggest, like, most blaring things in my world. So, like, my whole life was, like, spent in the PA music scene. So, like, local bands all day, where they're, like, my favorite things in the world. And then, like, I have an unhealthy problem with Jason Butler from, like, Let Live and Fever 333, where I'm like, you're perfect and I love you and I'm not okay ever. And I word vomit on him every time I've ever met him. And I can't help it. But my favorite bands are just a bunch of like thrashy Tornado Boys. So like I don't know what happened. Frank got me. It's Frank's fault. I blame Frank.
I think that's what makes it interesting to me. I do see the Tesseract influence super strong. That's also why I really love it too. But I am blown away that Frank did not hear Tesseract until the record was over. I was just like, he has to be listening to Tesseract. There's no way he's like creating these grooves and stuff and not listen to Tesseract, because that was like that. I was like, people can go back and watch my reaction to that when he was just like, there's no way that blows my mind.
that's the thing now. Listening to the... No, sorry, I'm good. Go ahead.
No, the EP was actually...
I already forgot what I was going to
say. The EP was mixed and mastered by April.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's all coming together now. I'm starting to get all the pieces. It's all... But yeah, no, I definitely felt there was like a stronger, like, obviously I know you guys pull from a lot of like progressive metal elements, but there's just something a little bit different about it. And I know that Nikki sent me over the record a little early, so I had a chance to like listen to it and stuff. And I think it kind of does similar stuff to like the bands that you mentioned, like the Contortionist and like Tesseract and stuff, but I think there's just something a little bit different about it. Obviously, you know, having a female vocalist in the band, I think that obviously changes up the dynamics a little bit. And I think personally, I love when, you know, bands have female vocalists in there. There's just something about it in terms of like dynamics that's a little bit different. So I wouldn't say it's a direct correlation, but for people checking out this band, I would definitely say like Contortionist, Tesseract, things like that. I feel like kind of in the same vein, a little Forcer, you know, because I know you guys are married now, so I gotta mention your you know, your groom or bride, you know. So just say it. But next question, guys, keeping it more current. Who have you guys been jamming recently? Who's on the Spotify? What have you been listening to lately?
Hip hop. A whole bunch of hip hop.
Okay, what we got, Dave?
Oh man. Oh, everything from Tupac to Kendrick. I don't know. Frank put me onto a couple crazy ass people, man. JID is nuts. The YBN dudes I've been listening to a little bit. Earth Gang, old Busta.
Oh,
stuff like that. And then Queen.
I've been listening to Busta exclusively for like the last 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, that's like when Frank comes over, it's like Busta Rhymes pulling it out.
John or Nikki?
Nikki, you can go.
So I've been listening to Fever 333 because it's wildly relevant to everything that's going on, and it makes me want to fight people. And then the new Toothless. I'm responsible for like all of that, and I can't stop. New Tala, love Tala. New Forcer. I actually started rejamming Tui Love by Stargazer because I thought about the tattoo I'm getting on my kneecap, and I've been jamming that as well. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. It's all the homies.
John?
I've been digging Spirit Box lately. They're crazy. Their new single, Holy Roller, is tight.
They're so good.
To play off of the female frontman, bringing the fresh perspective to the genre, I'm loving it.
This episode's not sponsored by McDonald's. Just want to let you know that John said it. I'm gonna have to cut it out. Just want to let you guys know, McDonald's, if you want to sponsor Renovare, I don't know how they feel about that. So you guys talk out in DMs, but I just want to let you know, it's a possibility. So, but no, I have to give credit to Spirit Box. They've just been ripping it lately. So I'm excited for what I would think is a full length is next. I'm pretty sure. So I shout out to John for giving a sick recommendation because I've been hella on the Spirit Box train.
Hell yeah.
Like, they're drummers in another band called Earth 7 from Philly, so you should Earth 7.
Earth 7's great too. Shouts to Earth 7. If you want to come on, guys, feel free to.
They're cool dudes.
Next question, guys, a fun one. John, I'm sure if he remembers these questions, is familiar with this one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
That's a good question.
I have the answer, but Frank's gonna get mad at me.
We've been talking about doing like a whole record of covers of various different ones.
There we go. Well, this is the chopping board now. You're deliberating via the internet now, so choose wisely.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's why we can't like really do just one, because there's so many bands that like at least 3 of us at a time connect with, and then there's so many bands that like we all connect with at the same time in some way. So,
well, recently Frank brought up possibly maybe the idea of covering the Pokemon theme song from Indigo League. Totally doing it real.
The original.
Hey, there he is.
Oh my god.
I have more, but I can't go get them. They're in the other room.
Maybe we
Frank
can start
brought
ranking
that up
something.
entirely shot down the idea of doing a Proggy Shark Baby Shark cover. So what? Like
Froggy Shark.
Proggy Shark.
Froggy shark.
This guy looks really good.
I can see Frank just emanating hate right now. He is just like, he's like, just the shit's on the internet now.
Frank disconnect.
Someone's gonna ask for it now because it's been brought up.
Has to cover Proggy Shark. Like commented.
I'm unbiased. I can't be biased in this situation. So hold out. Is that your answer, Nikki? Is Proggy Shark? Is that what we're going with?
I mean, so that's my like sarcastic answer. My real answer is I really want to do like a kind of reimagined version of Words in the Water by Thrice.
That's a great track.
It's
Awesome.
very open. To, like it would. I think it would work for us. But
John, did you give an answer?
Frank and I talked about doing a Deftones cover at one time. I feel like that would be
we do
just a good repertoire to try and emulate.
That was already done. Instrumentally, that one's actually already done. So.
Oh, word.
It's
Do you
already
know
a thing.
what? Do you know what Deftones song it was, John?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It was a Deftones song. Okay.
Yeah, we were just jamming on the way to a show to like White Pony or something, and one of them came up.
No,
And
it
you're
was
just
Risk.
like,
Yeah, I think it's
Was it?
Risk off of Diamond Eyes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
there we go. That sounds like a sick cover. You know, just saying.
That'd be fun.
Another very good one. But if you guys have any other suggestions for Renovare, leave them in the comments. I'm sure they'll check them out. Maybe they'll do it. Who knows? You might expect a cover record at some point. So I don't want to put a time frame on it because, you know, things are weird now. But you could very well see it in the foreseeable future. But next question, guys. Another fun one. Favorite food to eat? What's the go-to?
I have to think about this one.
I think I remember my answer from last time. I might just say the same thing.
Ooh.
It was like fettuccine alfredo or something like that.
Yeah, it was that. It was exactly that.
Which is what I had
Remember.
last night.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna say that again.
Oh my
Plus, an Olive Garden is like 5 minutes from my house, so it's my guilty pleasure.
Sponsored Olive Garden. Sponsored John. Just John. Solely John.
Just give me free food, please.
Yeah.
Sticks, like breadsticks and drumsticks.
Yeah.
I'll do a drum fill with your drumstick. There you go. Just saying. Royalties. No. Anyway. What about you guys?
I'm allergic to everything. So like,
That is true.
I wish that was like a joke, but like that's what this question's stupid. No, I'm like legit. Like when I was 23, so like 4 years ago, I got diagnosed with a ton of food allergies that hit me out of nowhere. So my actual favorite food will kill me because I love sushi. But right now, I did just find, and it might be like sneaking up to my favorite. I did just find gluten-free, nightshade-free, shellfish-free dumpling. So I'm getting close to that line of the Chinese food again that won't kill me. So I'm gonna call it that for now.
There we go. Sounds good. Well, hopefully you don't die from that. You know, that would be wouldn't be very cool. But anyway, Dave or Frank?
Pizza. Simple.
There we go.
Pizza.
A man of simple pleasures.
Anything
New
with
York.
pineapples.
It's from New York anyway, so it's kind of in your blood at this point.
Pizza is
Pizza.
pizza is in your bloodstream. Correct.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know that. Don't quote me on that.
Definitely garlic in my bloodstream, that's for sure. Shit ton of garlic.
Frank?
I'm gonna go super cliche and say sushi.
Oof.
It really is. I eat it all the time.
I'm the same way. I feel that definitely.
Must be, guys. Must be nice.
Yeah, sorry to rub it in.
Don't worry, we're gonna grayscale Nikki out, and then I'm gonna play the meme about when you say you're fine, but okay, there you go. Post brands on the case. But anyway, next question, guys. Another fun one. If you guys could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist or guest feature on your next record, or a producer you'd like to work with in the future, who would it be?
That's a long list.
You can give me
think we
top
all
3.
should go through the question. Do you want to start, Nikki?
I have in my brain that like I want to collaborate with like all of my favorite vocalists I've booked in the past. I would legitimately pee my pants if Jason was like, "I'll sing with you" or "Do something with you," because he's not human. Michael from The Contortionist. I was gonna start like a religion around his voice. We saw them, and John was standing with me. Like, well, we played with them actually, and John was standing like behind me, and I just kept getting mad. He was like, "Why are you mad?" I was like, "They're so good. I don't want to hit something." But no, I really want to sing. There's some like insane vocalists locally. Like if you look at like Joey from Varsity.
Yes, shouts to Joey.
It's nutty. You've got, I mean, I don't know if people know this. So Justin from Tala is like insane. He's an insane vocalist. So is Derek from Tala. That kid's voice, it hurts my soul. He's great. But yeah, I could just tell every vocalist I've ever like hugged, all of them, all of you.
Collective.
Yeah, let me thanks.
There we go. Anyone else?
He wants to do a collab with Stevie Wonder.
Oh, dude. Oh my god. Please. I'm all over the place. It's always been my dream to like, not like way before this band, but like I'm so into like Queens of the Stone Age. Like I've always wanted to tour with them, or like, I don't know, do something with them. Just open for them once. I don't know. It's like been a thing of mine for years and years.
There we go.
But
Frank or John?
Michael Assard has a video company. I thought it would be kind of cool to do a music video with them at some point. I think he did the more recent videos for the latest album. Musically, I don't know, because again, there's so many and it's like all over the place, so it's hard to pick one.
Yeah.
Fair enough. John?
No, yeah, same answer. I think it would be fun though to play off of what Nikki was saying, to just like have all our friends come in and do like the screaming vocals for things, because Nikki doesn't scream. So that we could get the like heavy edge on like an EP or something like that.
Ooh, I like that. I'm envisioning. I don't know. You guys could take it, and use it as you may. But I was thinking, because I was even thinking this, because I write material like in my spare time. But I was thinking of just having kind of a similar thing to what like Strawberry Girls does, where they have like, obviously none of them sing, so they have guest vocalists on to do like parts of a song or whatever. So I feel like, I'm not trying to jock their style, but I feel like in the metal sphere, I feel like you guys could do it, and it sounds sick. So,
Totally.
Let's.
You know who we don't, though, Brandon? Randy Bly. That's who we don't want, because he's got beef with Toothless, and
yeah, no Randy Blythe, zero Randy Blythe. If you don't know what we're talking about, watch the Toothless interview. No Randy Blythe. Get out of here. You don't need that guy. What is he, in a band or something? Jeez, don't know who he is. You're gonna have to check it out. Check the, I don't know, I want to be a YouTuber and say check the link below.
Continue the beef with him. That's what I want.
We really just want to beef with Randy Blythe, so if you want to do that, I will also put the hashtag fuck Randy Blythe on the screen right now, so let's do it, guys. Let's get it going. No kidding. I
love you,
Randy Blythe, I'm
love
sorry. I don't want you, please don't come after me like that. Anyway, next question, guys. A fun one. Since John's been on, I feel like I have to ask some new questions to throw him off. But if there was one album you wish that you wrote, what album would it be?
Yeah, you start, John.
Do it up, John. Put you in a hot seat.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's really thinking, because I know this one. Thinking. I haven't asked this one to him, so I know the gears are turning.
Oh yeah, you did really throw a curveball at me. I mean, me personally, I've been getting into a lot of electronic music lately.
Ooh, okay.
Just like chill step kind of stuff. So like Tycho's Dive album was phenomenal and gives me great vibes. I wish I could have like made something like that before it was a thing. So now it wouldn't seem like I'm just copying Tycho.
Good answer. Anybody
That's
else?
probably my answer, yeah.
For me, it'd probably be anything. Doesn't even have to be an album by Jacob Collier.
Ooh.
You know who that is? He's just,
Yes.
dude. I think I'm a musician when I watch him.
He just gushes talent, like
Like
it
what?
makes me upset. I don't know.
He doesn't have to. He doesn't have
How
to
did you do
try.
it?
The best part
Yeah.
about it is he's like playing it and he's just like he's just noodling.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I'm
hey,
just
I
like,
picked up this
okay,
guitar
cool.
for the first time like 20 seconds ago, and I can already play everything. Like that's.
Yeah. And compose better than everyone. And you're just like, that's awesome, man.
Shout out to Jacob Collier if you want to come
Yeah,
on.
he's-
I'll feel very inferior, but feel free to come on and you can answer stupid questions that I
I
ask
think
you.
everyone does. With him.
Just have him come on the show and talk music theory at you the whole time.
I would totally be okay with that. Frank or Nikki?
Nikki, go, because I don't know yet. I'm still thinking.
I'm sorry you don't have much time because it's literally just Fake History by Let Live.
Woo! You're right. It's great. That's a great record.
It was so it still gets me every single time.
I think that I've had them. Well, I haven't had them on, but I've told this story a bunch of times. So I'll give Frank a little bit more passage of time. But I saw them, and I'm actually looking at the poster. I went to go see them because they opened up for Under Oath on their like farewell tour before they were gonna. Obviously now they're back, but before when they were gonna disband. And Let Live opened for the tour, so I was lucky enough to see them in Philadelphia for the final show. And all I remember was I don't remember what song it was. I think it was maybe like Renegade 86 or like, you know, some great Let Live track, and they're all great. So, but all I remember was they unplugged the bass cab and they threw it out into the crowd, and then Jason's like, I'm just gonna have the drummer hit like the hi-hat 3 times and I'm gonna go run off the stage and jump on this bass cab. So he hits the hi-hat 3 times and Jason just books it, and he's at Union Transfer. So for those of you who aren't familiar, it's like a higher stage and then there's a gap and then there's an actual crowd. So he's like jumping a gap on top of like singing, on top of doing all this shit. So he rides on this bass cab for the show. And it's still one of probably that I will never forget that band ever. That's up there with the Chariot as well. I know that they're another like insane great live band, but yeah, that is one I will never forget. I'll never forget Let Live, no matter how hard I try. So that was my story, but hopefully that gave Frank some time to you know dig deep and find a good answer.
I'm gonna say "Ashes of the Wake" by Lamb of God.
Yes.
Ooh.
God.
Wow.
Honestly, that's how I learned how to play guitar. Was that album?
Listen,
So-
we have a traitor in our midst. You know, we have a Randy Blythe. You know, can't. You know, Frank. This is the first time I've met you, so I don't want to have these bad thoughts about you. But you know, listen.
I put Nikki through a trivia lesson before we even started. Yeah, actually, he was not Blythe.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
He was
It's okay.
like giving us a full rundown. He's like, and you know, like Randy's not his first name, and like I was like, okay, but they do the toothless, so whatever his name is.
Yeah, whatever his name is, we don't know what his name is.
Whoever you
We don't
are.
care. I don't keep
That
that in the
guy.
memory bank, you know. So.
It's okay, they're not the same band anymore. I can still hate them now.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Frank. Really doing the 180. I appreciate that.
He's like, let's the fuck down.
Next question, guys. Obviously, you're all very talented, but if there was another musical instrument you could master, what would it be?
Guitar.
Ooh, okay. Straight out the gate. Nikki's got
I
it.
can't
Look at that.
at all. I can smash it. Hit it.
Oh,
I would love to get real good at drums.
ooh.
Like- Yeah.
John or Frank?
I'd like to get good at piano. I feel like that'd be fun. Because drums are so like just rhythmically oriented, but piano it's all nice and laid out for you, so you can kind of visualize the chords. I feel like there would be some type of crossover between that and multitasking with both my hands.
There we go. Frank?
Might have some coordination.
Yeah, I would have to say piano. I'm also mad that I never learned like woodwind instruments when I was in school too. So
There we go. We're gonna have a flute solo on the next Renovare record. Get ready. He's
sax.
sax solo. You know, something. Gonna have something. Frank's gonna be whipping out the sax, or I think a flute would be just wild. He's gonna have like, you know, like an anchor man. He's gonna have like the fire come out of the flute. You know, sick show. Sick show idea. There we go. Get on it, Frank. I'm not trying to, not trying to say anything. We got time. So you could learn the flute, and also shoot fire out of the flute. You know, I don't know.
Took us 2 years to put out a 5-song EP, so we got probably like 10 years for the album. We got plenty of time.
All right, guys. My favorite question, the most important question to me personally, and just because I'm a nerd and I love asking it, if you guys could be a video game character, who would you be?
I would be Sly Cooper.
Oh, okay, Frank. And what's the nostalgia? Okay, vibing.
Oh my god, this is tough.
It is tough.
I just want to be Link from Legend of Zelda.
Dude, I was thinking that.
I keep getting told I look like Mercy from Overwatch. I have that light.
Yes.
Brandon, I have that.
There we go. That's the only Zelda thing I think I haven't. No, actually, I lied. I have something else, but
it'd be cool if we could link and I could like speak to you in Morse code.
You can. I'll just be like.
The rupee sound just shows up and.
Yeah.
I also have an ocarina, so.
Ooh, ocarina solo. Ooh. Ripping.
Before the flute.
Before the flute, yeah. Flute's on the back burner now. It's an ocarina solo now. That's the main focus. The focus has been shifted from flute to now ocarina. So, just saying. That's sooner. That's on the EP.
We're gonna open our first show back with the Song of Time. So Frank, get on.
Frank's like ripping the ocarina. There you go, Frank. Listen, you got shows don't look like they're coming back anytime soon, which is very upsetting to me. But you got time. Just saying, literally, and also jokingly because we mentioned Link. Anyway, besides the point, that was a stupid pun. John, your answer?
Oh yeah, we're still on this question. I don't know. That is a really tough question. I love Skyrim a lot, so I kind of just want to say one of my Skyrim characters so that I can just go off on an adventure, because I put so many hours into that game, and Oblivion. It's just kind of an open-ended thing.
Why do I feel like John picked Skyrim the last time? I'm going to insert previously on audio addiction clip.
I was trying to think what I said last time too, but I can't remember.
If John said Skyrim, make sure to put F in the chat. You know.
I think I said Link from Zelda, which was already taken this time, so.
Look at that. You made it out.
I'll go the Skyrim route this time.
The Skyrim route. I appreciate it. Trying to picking the high road. I appreciate that.
It means he lied the first time.
He didn't get far enough in Skyrim then.
Oof. I don't have any Skyrim stuff. The only other stuff I have at my desk is Sora from Kingdom Hearts. But anyway, next question, guys. Another music-related question. If you were to compile a dream tour lineup, who would be on it? Also, to make it more interesting, each one of you pick one band, and that would be your lineup, including your band, obviously.
Like on genre, or just anyone?
Whatever you want. You can pick. You guys can collectively amongst you guys. You want to do on genre? Is that would that?
We can do whatever. We play shows that make no sense for us literally all the time.
Right.
Yeah. And they tend to be the most fun shows too.
There you go. So let's not do on brand then. All right. Let's pick the wild cards.
I'm gonna save mine because when I say it, David's gonna be mad that he didn't say it.
Really? Say it.
Wait until we're done. I want the anger to flow through you.
I can't decide. I'm gonna pick Jacob Collier again just because I want to see him do stuff. Then I want to like ask him how, why, and from what planet he's from.
That's true. Fair enough. He's probably the first UFO, so it's cool. Anyone else?
I would want to get System of a Down on it.
Oh my god,
just because it would be amazing to see them, and it's just kind of unreal to see them now because tickets are crazy expensive and live shows are never going to happen. So it would be cool just to have that opportunity to be on some type of tour package with System of a Down.
John with the positivity.
You got to fill in for them, though, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fill in for
yeah.
them.
Yeah, the drummer's acting weird, right?
I'd be so down.
There we go.
You forgot what the lyrics are about their entire career.
That's true. Are we starting a System of the Down beef? Is that what we're?
Only John.
Yes,
Only John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Switch the Johns out, dude. And they'll
Switch
be
the
good.
Johns out. Okay. There's gonna be no Johns, guys. Hashtag no Johns. Remember that. No Johns, baby. Let's get it. Okay. Frank or Nikki?
Go ahead, Frank.
I forgot the question.
It was a dream
Pick
tour
a
lineup.
Dream
Pick a
tour.
yeah. It was a pick one band, and that would be
One
we've already
band.
have Jacob Collier and System of a Down.
I don't even know if they still play, but there's a band called Drew of the Drew. They're like a funk rock band with 2 drummers. Yeah, they're pretty
Dope.
cool. Should look them
Sounds
up.
sick. This is already pretty of a mental show already. So I'm curious when Nikki's going to
curious.
pick.
I'm just here to make David mad, so a marionette.
Oh, dude. Oh my god.
I love a marionette. Oh my god. Holy shit.
They're so tight.
Humans in the whole world, and I would choose to hang out with them every single day of my life if I could. I love them.
They're cool, man. They're so talented. Holy crap.
That new record's a bop, I gotta say. That is fire, certified fire. If you guys haven't checked that out, I know this is coming out a little later, but go listen to that record. Whew.
There was a super cute moment. We played with them, and so the show winds down, and like we're in immediately. And I had booked them before, and they didn't know that I played. So then it was cool to play with them. But at the end of the show, David and I are like, I think they're gonna start cleaning up their merch. Like, do you want to go over and like buy everything now? And they did the exact same thing at the same time. So we both like in the middle of the room, we're like, hey, I came to buy this stuff.
That was like a showdown. You guys are like, who's gonna buy more shit?
You more.
Dude, me and the bass player at the same time were like, dude! And I was like, no, dude! And it was like, dude!
No, you're awesome. No,
you're awesome. So wholesome. Shoutouts to Marionette. Come on the channel. I'd love to have you. Also, you got to talk about the new record because it's dope. But anyway, next question, guys. I kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, but in your opinion, who puts on a great live performance? I feel like I already know Nikki's answer, but you know.
Yeah,
Band-wise? Like,
Yeah, band-wise, who rips it?
August Burns Red's my answer.
Oof.
I was going to say that. Because I've seen them like 20 times, but it's still just the most unreal experience.
Yeah.
They're just veterans at what they do. It's insane.
They're also probably aliens too, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Friendly kind.
Friendly kind, yeah. I wanted to preface that they're not mean. So
They're the cute kind.
the cute kind, yeah.
Yeah, the ET kind.
I can't imagine this being taken out of context at some point on an ABR fan. Did some Renovare said that and Audio Addiction said that August Burns Red are cute aliens. Exposed? That's what I'm gonna title this as. That's what the back half of it's gonna be. Frank or Nikki?
I forgot the question again. So
It's the best live band you've seen.
best live band I've seen. Yeah, you should go first, Nikki.
So, Toothless, Sleep Sculptor, the Symphony, obviously Let Live, The Chariot, Dillinger Escape Plan, and then there's a band that they broke up. They're my favorite band of all time, and they always will be, but their name is Shot Heard Around the World, and they're from Massachusetts. And they're not a band anymore, but they're going to always be my favorite band forever and ever.
Great band. That is super underrated. I haven't heard that name in a while, so great recommendation, Nikki. Frank, you got one finally?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Velamaya.
Ooh, okay.
Because I've seen them at 2 different points. The first time was in the basement of the Unitarian for one of Osiris's first headlining tour with Jason Richardson, and then the second time I saw them was headlining Crocodile Rock downstairs, and downstairs was like a hallway with a stage at the end of it, and they had like 700 people downstairs at Croc Rock. So
Yo, I was at that show. Wasn't North Lane there too?
yeah, North Lane, Vildyarda.
Yeah.
Who else?
I was also with that show. All three of
Oh,
them.
yeah?
That sounds crazy. That sounds like what? Like what?
You guys all met there and didn't even know it.
Yep.
That was adorable.
We've had a couple instances like that where it's like, oh, you were there, I was there too.
Yeah.
Are you guys secretly recording like a romantic comedy? It's just like band members met at a show, didn't even realize it. Story.
Actually, here's one. Me and David were at the same Lamb of God show like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah? What,
Yeah,
Starland?
It was in Philly, wasn't it?
Which one was that?
I think it was Lamb of God and Killswitch Engage
And Huntress and
Yeah.
Testament.
Yeah.
Yes. That was a crazy show, dude.
Testament was the best band on that bill.
Poor Jill Janis.
There we go.
R.I.P. Yeah,
Next-
Testament's great, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, Testament, such a sick band as well.
Alex Skolnick. Dude, so just watch him, like, please.
Next question, guys. Another fun one. Favorite TV show, favorite movie?
Ooh.
I'm gonna say The Departed for my favorite movie.
Oh, okay.
TV show, I don't know. I never really got into TV like that, but I would probably say Stranger Things as a TV show.
Ah, there we go.
It was one that I was like really sucked into from the beginning.
Solid choice.
Mhm.
For me, it's easy. Bronx Tale is my favorite movie.
Fair
Favorite
enough.
show. We're sticking with the same. I'm a guinea from Brooklyn, so I don't know. I grew up on all this, but Sopranos is probably my favorite show.
Ah, there we go. Keep into the culture. Dave's
Or
keeping
Breaking
it.
That's the Jersey Guineas and the Sopranos.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's the migration, you know.
Yeah.
Then you end up in Florida at the end.
That's probably very. That actually, I would say that's extremely accurate. But
It is.
It's exactly what happens.
yeah,
You go from New York to Jersey, then you retire in Florida.
there we go. I'll see you there, Dave. I'm also in New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know about Florida nowadays.
Yeah, well, yeah. That might just break off from the United States by that point. So,
I support that.
Nikki,
That side comment. Now we're gonna have no fans from that state now. Thanks, David.
It was like, "Fuck you guys."
Whoever's intelligent probably left already. I don't know.
Yeah,
Just kidding, Floridians.
No,
Florida.
that's
will,
okay. I already left Florida.
Yeah, Florida will be in the middle of the Atlantic by the time this interview goes out, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Frank, we have to pull ether out of Florida before we can sink it.
There we go.
So they can get Peter Kowalski up here and save him.
I'm sorry,
All right.
all Florida people. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some Florida hate, so whatever.
Isn't the Dolly? Isn't the Dolly up in Florida too?
Who's from Florida?
I'm gonna call a couple people while I'm up here before we can sink it.
It's
but
okay. There we go. We'll have a petition, guys. Sign the petition. Whoever you want to save from Florida, save. But otherwise, Florida is gonna be like the Bahamas, so out in the middle of the ocean. Anyway, before we create any more hate in the fan base, John or Nikki, would you like to answer?
Oh yeah. For favorite TV show, I'd like to say Adventure Time.
Ooh, class.
That's also Aaron's favorite. I haven't been answering for Aaron at all.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
We don't.
So yeah,
Aaron's not important, right?
that's definitely Aaron's favorite show though too. So that's an Aaron answer right there.
Okay.
Favorite movie, I'd say The Big Lebowski, just because it's just randomness, chaos, mayhem. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I even wrote a paper about it in college. I was taking this film class, and oh, hang on.
He's
Sorry.
It was the
My
Big
alarm is
Lebowski.
going
It's like, oh yeah, great job, John. Thank you for saying that. We're gonna wire $100,000 to your account. Great job, bud. Thank you for saying it on that interview. Okay, cool. Thank you, bye.
College
Settle the
pays me
endorsements.
for once. No, that was my alarm. Usually I wake up at this time to go to work.
Well, thank you for getting up, John, and being here.
Sure. I'm glad to be here. No, yeah, I wrote a paper about that movie in college. It was really funny. The only A I got in a paper for that class, so that's why I hold that movie dear to my heart.
That movie
But like
got
I
me.
accomplished something.
that paper accomplished something for me in my life, so I appreciate that. Nikki, your answers?
I watch like adult animated TV shows a lot, but I think honestly my favorite, I'll go recent, is probably Avatar.
Oh, yes.
So Avatar is like my favorite TV show at the moment. American Horror Story is up there too. But and I think my favorite movie, that one's hard, man. I don't I guess Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, that's classic good. Great Jim Carrey movie, if you guys haven't seen it. So, I recommend that one. Next question, guys. Another fun one. Music related, of course. If you were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one record you could bring with you, what would it be?
The Chronic, Dr. Dre.
Ooh, okay. Like
It's
that one,
definitely
Frank.
I'm gonna go with the Felix Culpa. They had like a 2-part album, and that would be more music for me to listen to because I'm cheating.
That's a great band too. Also, great recommend for Nikki. That was.
I'm I may listen to it, but I still blame Frank.
John or Dave?
I'm gonna say P2 from Periphery again, because that album is just the epitome of perfection. I love that album so much. I could listen to it front to back all day, every day. That album changed my life in like 2012 when I was just like a wee little gent kid.
Now you're a gent man, so things have changed.
Right.
A gentleman. Oh, boy. Oh. Anyway.
For me, it'd probably be Like Clockwork by Queens of the Stone Age.
That's
album.
another good one too. Wow, I haven't heard that one.
That album really, I used to like just put that on repeat, like over and over, all day, every day.
There we go. And the last thing, guys, the most important thing, we're at the end of the road. Tell them about Renovare, where they can find you on social media, and anything you guys got coming up in the distant future.
Everyone's looking. All right, so I swear. I'm like, yeah, all right. No, so we have an EP coming out. The new single is out on the 4th. We have a bunch of pre-orders that will go up on the 4th as well. The EP is coming out. Do you guys want me to say the name? Should we make it an exclusive, audio?
It's out. I mean, it will probably be out by now at that point. So
Despite is the name, and just big shout outs to Forrester for being on it, on our track Desolation. There's 5 new tracks. Big shout out to Eric from Nalbro Studios. Big shout out to Abel Caney from Tesseract and 40 Sounds. Just big shout outs to all of our friends that helped and took place. Barnaby Oakley from the UK did our artwork. The graphic design for all of our merch. Hunter Durr from Sleep Sculpture for more merch that's coming, and Joey from why did my brain just turn off? I'm sorry, Joey Lanzolato. He did our other shirt. Yeah, so shout out to all of those guys, and obviously big thanks to Brandon for having us be insane on.
There we go. Well, go check out Renovare, because I have to flip the 180. You got to do the spotlight on you guys. Go check out Renovare, because you want to. I would highly, two thumbs up, stamp of approval on Renovare. Go check them out. Very cool band. I'm excited for you guys to check out the EP. It will probably be pretty close to being out by the time this interview goes out. So if you haven't checked it out already, listen, you got to do your homework. You got to go follow them on Spotify, because then you'll find out when they release new music. So, I mean, like, who doesn't want that, right? And go follow them on social media, because they post cool shit, and you should follow them, and I'm sure that's very cool. And if you enjoy this interview, share it, like it, subscribe. Make sure to go tweet at The Contortionist, because, that would be a sick feature. Tesseract, just putting it out there. That would also be sick feature. I'm putting my weight on it. I feel like I gotta talk about it a little bit, and also fuck Randy Blythe. So thank you guys for watching this. Just want to let you know that, and also no John. So thank you to Renovare for coming on and doing the chitty chat thing.
Thanks for having us.